Okay, here it comes. Make sure this is muted. Yes, it is. I'll put this down and I'm going to take off. All right, so first and foremost, the VIP code in everybody's back office that exists at this very moment. Use it. There's not enough people on the list, and the list are people that were brought on by someone already. So they won't be able to do multiples because some of them have multiples. They can only do one. So each VIP code can only bring on one person. So what I have to do is go through that list, uh, probably on this call, and find out who, hopefully they're on the call, they are connected to, and make sure that they go to where they're supposed to go. Now, the other part to that is this: because uh, these individuals may have more than one, um, then the rest will have to go to others that have a VIP code, which everyone should have one. Now, what I'm also going to say about this VIP code, they're going to let it run until the 30th, which is a couple of days. I would say if you have a VIP code in your back office and you know someone that could use this opportunity, I would highly recommend using it and bring them on board. Like was mentioned on the chat, the sweet part about it is as soon as that person gets signed up, they get a VIP code in their back office so they could actually help someone as well. So that's kind of how they want it to make it continue to move, by making the entry 149. Now, I don't know how, if they're going to bring it back or if they're going to do it again. I think they're testing the waters to see how many people use the VIP code. So I'm just going to say to everyone on the call and everyone who is going to watch this, if you have a VIP code in your back office and you have not yet used it, go ahead and use it. Now, that goes along with your link. So whoever you are sending it to, your link has to go with it, or they could just go to the website, and when they go to sign up, they just put that code in and it'll lock it to you anyway. Me personally, I would send your link along with the VIP code. That way you know you're double sure they're on the right website. Okay? So at the end of the call, I'm going to bring up the list, and hopefully the people that brought them to this are here, or we'll just make sure that they get a link of some sort so that we can utilize those VIP codes. All right. Um, so let's talk about Team Royal. And like I said, I'm trying to make sure that clarity is paramount. So what I want to just go over real quick, I have to talk about both, unfortunately, because that's the way it's going to work going forward, except for right now. If you have a VIP code and you bring someone on, you're basically placing them with you. And that's, part of the process. But when we launch a promise delivered, those entries are going to be coming from a promise delivered. So here's what I want to talk about. Everybody coming into Team Royal, outside of you, those who are already in with a jump start, are only going to get two positions. That's it. They're going to get the one in their name, and they're going to get one in an LLC. Some people don't want their name on stuff, then they would need two LLCs. I want to slow up right there at this LLC thing. Tomorrow, I'm going to record those steps on how to get an LLC off of irs.gov. I didn't get a chance to do it today. Tomorrow I'll have time to do that, and it'll be on the website. There was a lot of discussion about the Wyoming LLC. Although that is awesome, it is a good deal. It takes care of a lot of the work, and you have a complete LLC at the end of that process. It's on sale at the moment for $100. But like I said, when we launch, will you have time to go through all the steps and process? Hopefully so. I think we had one, I was on the phone with them, and they were actually going through the process with me on the phone. And they were saying that it basically takes about the same time as it does to go and get it from irs.gov. The only difference is that one costs right now $100. It's normally $200. And we don't know how long it takes to get everything in place. But I think you get the EIN at the end of the session, but you won't have the bank account and all the other stuff that comes because they have to do the paperwork and put all that stuff together. The other difference with the two, the Wyoming and IRS, is the cost. Now, like I said, right now it's on sale for $100, normally $200, versus irs.gov free. And you have your EIN at the end of that session as well. You print it out, you make a copy and put it in your folder on your computer, put it in a couple different places so you have it. Now, the result of either one that you do is the same. You are creating this entity so that you can sign it up under yourself. All right. So when you sign it up under yourself, then you have your own push. You're going to get one the first time you hit fourth grade, and you're going to get another one the next time you hit it. Now, I need to step on the next time you come to fourth grade. And I'm also going to talk about a few things that wasn't talked about Monday. There's a lot of scenarios and there's a lot of choices, and hopefully everybody can see through it. Like I said, I'm going to make sure I have all the ins and outs on the website so that a person can make an educated decision whether or not to participate with Team Royal. I say that because there was a question brought up in the training. What about the senior citizens? What about those who are visually challenged? What about those that don't have a car to go take care of some of the stuff that you might need to take care of getting an LLC? You might need to go to the library. You might not have they may not have a computer at the house. But the main thing that stuck in my ear was senior citizen. And, there's no disrespect, but, we all have challenges. And we don't want to force anybody to do something they're not capable of doing. So I want to put this out there just to make sure I said it, it's recorded. Everybody does not have to go into Team Royal. If you are visually challenged, if you have issues with going to get the EIN, if it's too much for you, I would say skip it. When you go to fourth grade on the first go around, just go ahead and subscribe to A Promise Delivered and carry on. Don't even worry about it. The next time it comes around, you can just purchase one of the products or you can donate it to someone else. I would prefer you just go ahead and purchase one of the products on that level or withdraw it. It's your choice. But I want to make sure that everyone is comfortable. I don't want anyone nervous every time they either get an email or we get right down to the last day and launch. I don't want everybody, nobody freaking out because, oh no, now I got to do all this LLC stuff. I can't do it. It's too much. That's okay. Let it be too much and pass. Okay. Just do the other things on fourth grade. Now, I also want to say that for those who are reluctant to do it because of fear, that's different. Get over the fear of it. It's really not that difficult. Because if you think about it, those who are coming in fresh, they're going to go in with their name on the first account anyway. That's one account done. So they only have to get one LLC. Most people around might have one already and just haven't done anything with it yet. That's an opportunity to use it, as long as the name doesn't have their name in it. But for the most part, that's how everyone else is going to see it. The first position in my name, the second position in an LLC. So you really only have to go to get one LLC. All right. When we are discussing and sharing this information, try not to explain it. I've had a couple people ask me, is it okay to do a three-way with themselves and two other people, and they explain how to get in? I said, first, you don't want to do that until you have it locked in stock. And that means that you know all the ins and outs. You have already signed up. You know what you need to do. And none of you have done that yet because we haven't signed up yet. So don't be so quick to go off and do your own call. I want you to, by all means. But let's get started first. Get all the bugs worked out. Get all the ins and outs. Well, when I signed up and this happened and that happened, that's going to happen with the first 75 people. Okay? We're going to be pushing real people in, real money in. And we need to see how it reacts, how things work as far as movement. As long as everything is good, we'll, go forward. But we have to see it first. All right. Now, the first 75 I want to talk about just real quick. That's going to be done with the entire team that we have put together. There's 4 duplicates of me, and each of them have 4 people calling. So the first 75 people are going to be called by yours truly, with all of the callers on the call. Okay, so they'll be able to hear what's said, how it goes. We'll be critiquing things and making sure everything is good. Now, when you get your call or text first, because we're going to do it so, because we all don't know everyone's work schedule. If you're working, you might have, grandbabies over, you might be gone. So there's going to be a text first, making you aware that a call is coming. You set the time at that point, as long as it's within the caller's time that they're working. So basically, that's how it's going to work out. You're going to get a text first, then you're going to get a call. It'll be me. So most of you know my phone number, so it will be easy when I do it. But when they start doing it, it's not going to be my number. Okay, so we got to get around that some kind of way to where when you get a text, it'll basically say the person's name, who they are, and the number, so that you won't think it's a bill collector and not answer that call. We need you to answer that call so we can get everybody signed up. Okay, so it's vital that we do as much as we can to make sure it's a smooth transition from the call to sign up. All right. Now, let me go back and just touch on when we launch. When we launch, those of you that have the jump start and those of you that will be bringing people on with your VIP over the weekend, if you are able to do so, everyone that has a position in Team Royal now will need 2 LLCs or 2 of something. Okay, we have a guest on the call. Let's see if I can switch the button. Okay, you should be able to unmute. If you would, unmute and introduce your...
Hi, Montalvo. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored. Yourself?
Great. I have a guest on the call, Steve. So he's brand new listening to this.
All right. Steve, if you could unmute, there's a little microphone down on the left corner.
Yes, I'm Steve Rainey.
All right, Steve. Well, I want to make sure that you get a hello and welcome directly from myself and from the rest of the family. You're in the right place at the right time.
Okay, yeah, sure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And thank you, Debbie, for making that happen. All right. So let me see here. Let me just do this. Make sure we do that. All right. So again, once you bring someone on before we launch, that means they're going to have 3 positions with Team Royal. And they will need 2 LLCs to satisfy those 2 positions that they'll get from A Promise Delivered. Now, it's your choice whether you go with the Wyoming thing or you go with the IRS.gov. They're both good. The timing on them is different. And of course, the cost. It's already enough that we're asking for a person to join, and then you don't want to add on expenses before they get rolling. Which brings up my next point. So we are literally looking at 2 weeks before all of this happens. I can't tell you how excited I am to know that in 2 weeks we will be pushing close to 100 people a day into both systems. Now, what I'm going to ask from all of you and all of the ones that are coming, because it's being recorded, take your time and fill out these forms. It is vital that you follow the steps that are in the website or on the website, apromisedeliveredllc.com. Those 2 forms at the very bottom of the first page is the mailing list. So when an email needs to be sent out, either from A Promise Delivered or myself, I'm going to use one of those forms and you will get an email. Now, because it is a system that is not known by all inboxes, you have to check 3 places, now 4. If I'm sending an email that has a bunch of links in it, videos and things of that nature, it can go into two different places on top of spam. Social media, emails with videos will go in that tab. Spam, because it's a bunch of links together, it could wind up there. All mail, it could go there and not in the inbox. So there's 4 places you have to look, depending on what type of email I'm sending. The ones that are going to be coming from A Promise Delivered, which are going to come on a periodic basis, could be once a day, twice a day, not sure yet. We have to wait and see. But those emails you don't want to miss. They're going to have a 24-hour timer on it. So let's say you get the thing at 3 in the morning, because it's going to be running nonstop. Let's say you get an email at 3 in the morning. You have until 3 the next day to answer the email. It's plenty of time. Okay? No air travel or flight is 24 hours that I can think of. There might be a couple, but for the most part, you want to check your inbox, your spam box, all mail, social media going forward, because there's going to be a bunch of emails coming out with instructions, videos, like I'm going to do the video tomorrow of the IRS, how to do it step for step. I'm going to record it, so you'll see me actually sign up and get a EIN on our irs.gov. Okay, and that will go on the website. So the website at the moment is an information hub. It's an information hub. So all of the instructions, videos, whatever comes up next in these next 2 weeks that I need to put up, it's going to be on that website. The actual A Promise Delivered website, I don't know if it's going to be under, I think I'm going to move all of that information over to another A Promise Delivered, I think, .info, and give him A Promise Delivered LLC. Okay? And that's where the actual website launch will be. All right? .info will take over with all of the information that's on the LLC at the moment. Okay, so that's that. The next or the last part of that whole 4th grade process would be that once you have your second LLC or your second position with Team Royal signed up, there's no more signing up. There's nothing else to sign up to do. You're all done. At that point, I'm going to have to ask everyone to start bringing new people to the call. Okay, once you're signed up, you will have something to talk about. You will have a platform and a system you can be proud of and share with people who are hurting. Okay, what we did with Jumpstart, or the whole process of that, was to prove some points so that when people ask a question, you can physically answer it. And what happened was short of awesome. 179 people went in. There's a bunch of people ranked up just like it said it would. And a bunch of people started making an income. Now, Team Royal works with fiat. Okay, it's a business. So you're actually receiving US dollar. A Promise Delivered works with crypto. 2 separate entities. Okay, so I don't want the confusion of, oh, well, I just want to withdraw $50. No, it doesn't work like that. A Promise Delivered is cryptocurrency through and through. Team Royal works with fiat. So you have to withdraw it down, then you have to withdraw it down to your bank. Now, we talked about a few things last call, and I want to mention them right here while we're talking about this withdrawal to a bank. Instead of withdrawing it to a brick and mortar bank, I would highly recommend everyone take a very close look at Ally Bank. It's digital. Ally Bank is going to give you a lot more bells and whistles. And then on top of that, you also want to look at Uphold. Those are the two I'm recommending at this point because they both satisfy each of these opportunities. Okay? Ally Bank for Team Royal and Uphold for A Promise Delivered. All right, there's a list of videos that were sent out, and I would highly recommend you can do it on your own by simply putting both of those companies in YouTube and just put whatever question you might have about them behind the name. So, for an example, Ally, where do you find it? Or what is Ally Bank? Or how do I sign up for Ally? You're going to get a bunch of videos explaining just how to do it. Use YouTube for what it is until they take it away. It is an information warehouse. Put it to use. A lot of the questions you ask, if you put it in YouTube, you'll get a video of somebody explaining it. Like cold storage. If you put in what is a cold storage, you're going to get a video of people talking about a cold storage device. Okay, so keep it simple. Use the resources that we have, and make sure the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the notebook. The notebook is extremely important, and it could be a small one like this one, or it can be a Mead. Mine is underneath a bunch of stuff right now, like a regular notebook. Yeah, like this one. This is your buddy, okay? Most of us, and including me, all the work that I've done over the years has been physical work with my hands, okay? Doing jobs like that and pretty much not keeping records. I wasn't into that. All of my works that I've done over the years has been with my hands. Now we have to do things with a pen and paper. Okay, you have to keep records, passwords, site names, usernames, the date you did it. Okay, all that should be in one of these notebooks. You notice I keep them around me. Some of us have good memory and a lot of us don't. Stop trying to act like you can remember everything and you know doggone well. Write it down, put it in here. This way you can come to it when you need to. Oh, the username is this and the password is that. Instead of sitting at the screen or being on the phone and have to, say, I got to go get it. I've done it. I've done it. So get used to writing notes, either on a call or when you start signing up, so that you have all of your information in one place. The devices, I have to talk about them because you're going to be using them with some of the stuff in Team Royal. Not all of it, some of the stuff. And that is being able to pull up the different resources that's in the back office of Team Royal. When you get into large amounts of money, you need to do something with it, other than say, I got $300,000 in the bank. Put it to work. And that's where you're going to see things like land banking. I'm actually going to try that with this property up the street. Start using what you're paying for, especially if you're a jumpstart. That $149 that you're paying every month is for all of those things in the back office. I'm trying to get a way to send you guys to all the calls that they do. I've requested the schedule. I haven't gotten it yet. I have to shake the tree again and see if I can't get an apple to fall out of there with the schedule on it. Because they do a call pretty much 3 times, 4 times a week. And there's a couple of other calls that they do, and you guys need to be on it. Okay, so I'm going to try to get that schedule over this holiday break, since no one will be at work, at least I won't, and get that schedule to you guys so you can jump on those calls and get some of the education of the things in your back office. A lot of us have debt. Use the system. There's supposed to be some new things being added to the debt removal. It's not just a thing where they tell you to, if you do this, you'll be out of debt. It's not like that. Some things have been upgraded. The housing, keys to home ownership, has been upgraded. They're doing things differently now. So if you don't get on the calls, you won't know these things are happening. So I will try to make sure I get that schedule to you, and everything Team Royal, try to be there. All right. Like I said, I'm not going to stay on long because I'm cooking. As a matter of fact, hold on. Had to get the dressing out of the oven. So basically, that's where we are with everything. I want to go over this list. So let me pull that up. One moment. Some may already be on or have joined. I'll have to see. Some may not be on this call, and we're still going to see. So we'll find out who's who and go from there. All right. If you know these names, let me do this. Before I do that, let's do the question so I can record that, but I'm not going to record us doing this list. It's going to take too long. If you have a question, if you click on the react button at the bottom, you can click on the raise hand, and let's get those out of the way, and then I'll turn off the recording. Michael. Hold on.
You there?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't have a question. I just got a remark in regards to what you're talking about the Wyoming businesses. I had mine done all in a half hour. It's in the documents in there. First of all, that's one thing. And the other thing is, if you choose, like you talk about Ally Bank, there is a bank that you can choose going through the same place at the same time called Relay Bank. And you don't even have to put any money in it like you do most traditional banks to open it up. They'll open it up right there at the same time. They're connected right with this company that does the LLCs but everything's there when you sign up. Everything was done for me in a half hour. And I thought, well, where am I going to get my paperwork? And I started looking around, and sure enough, down in documents, I clicked on it, and there they all were. And I fed them into my printer and printed them out. So it's all. And at the same time, when you do that, when you're doing it online, create a second tab right next to it and get yourself ready to click on the irs.gov, have that in position. And then when you put your number, your name of your company that you want to do through the Wyoming LLC type thing, when they give that approval, then type that or copy and paste it over to the other tab in the irs.gov. So you know it's still available. If they'll tell you if it's already been taken, change it, get the one that's available, and go on a tab. And that's instant. Your IRS, it came to me within probably 3 minutes. IRS sent me a back with the printout. I got that too. I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You betcha.
All right, Peter.
Montalvo, two things. First of all, with regard to those who have the trust, I was on phone for a while talking to a banker, and it's a very easy thing to get a business. They don't put, it's a personal business trust. You could put whatever name on it you want, and you could have it in an EIN, but they're easy to set up. I'm not going to tell you the bank because it's one of that's on your list that you don't like. So, so I don't want to get you going. The second thing, you started this conference out on talking. There might be not be enough, not be as many people coming into Team Royal. I was wondering if you would be open to something creative, since we have the special code for a couple more days. What would you feel if some of us took that second position and used that code for ourselves and put it under us, especially those of us who are -1. Would you be open to something like that?
Yes,
Or
that's available to you. You can do.
So I could do that and then just take the using one of the EINs and then just get one more.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Then you get one on the LLC when it gets created.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's open. I want them to be used, and you can say the name of the bank. I don't want to short nobody that may use them. You can tell the name of the bank.
Wells Fargo.
Oh, I like Wells Fargo.
Oh, I thought, okay. Wait a minute.
PayPal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Let me see. I had another question with regard to the doing the Team Royal. I can't think of it right now, but it'll come to me. Maybe I'll ask later.
Okay, no problem. The coupon code is in your back office when you log in at the very bottom, actually on the first page.
Oh, I thought of it now. When we're in that square and we put that code in, that's all I put my from the jumpstart position, my name, and then right after that code name in that little square, right?
Right. So when you get your Jumpstart link, sign up, click the join now, click on the 249, put all the information in that you're putting in, And then when you get to the code, you put the code there, do the
Mhm.
banking, do the check, all that, and then you're good to go.
And then I just hold off on the outside. No, I have to get the outside position.
No.
No?
Just hold off because that's a brand new position
Okay.
and there's nothing pushing that one just yet. But make
Okay.
sure, I'm gonna have to get I'll put the return link. Because you guys, if you're gonna be signing these folks up, I need their links. So the return form, I'll stick it on LLC, the website.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. Valen,
Yes, Montapo, where can we get the Wyoming LLC for $99?
Michael, do you have the website or is it just WyomingLLC.com?
Just a sec, I'll be right back. I got it right fingertips.
Okay, cool. It'll be right up.
Okay.
Just stick it in the chat and then I'll grab it too.
I called Wyoming LLC before and they said it was $200.
Yeah, it's on sale right now, Black Friday.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. As soon as he puts that in there, I'll share it, or everybody, all you gotta do is look in the chat, you'll be able to see it. Well, as soon as he puts it in there, he'll let us know. See, I think he just did. Yep. Dan,
Yeah, a couple of questions on the Team Royal.
It's in the chat.
thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay. So one is I know that when we first sign up with the main, then we send that URL to you. When we come around the second time and sign that up with our LLC name, we also mail that URL to you. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then the two outside positions, we don't mail that URL to you. And then also, of those 4 Gmails, how many of those can I use my own phone number for?
All of them.
All of them? I thought you said we should go to a dollar store and get a phone for one of them.
You can, but they don't look at the phone number, they look at that email address. That's what I found out yesterday. But if I were you, I would keep them separate. Because that cell phone you get at dollar stores is only like $20 a month.
Yeah, so I've got one I'm going to use my daughter for and probably my wife on another one. But then I had one other question on, so how do we get these URLs to you? Do we use the,
Yeah, I'm going to put the link on the website. I Promise Delivered LLC. It'll be
okay.
on the. I may just make it a page all by itself, so it's easy to find.
Okay, so that'll be easily clarified then. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Montabo,
Yes.
you might point out, when you said it's on sale right now, that's $99 for the site plus state fees. The state fee is still $100.
So
It is 200 altogether.
still 200.
Yeah, it says 99 plus state fees, and when I did it, when I added it up, they showed me it was 99 plus another 100 for the state fees. They have no control over the state fees.
Yeah,
But you do get the deal from the Secretary of State and everything right there in your packet. Like I said, within a half hour.
okay, cool.
Thank you.
All right. David, Drew.
Yeah, Montalvo, quick question. Last week I got my Florida LLC EIN because I don't have the money to get the Wyoming right now. But later on, do I need to change it or just keep everything Florida LLC to Wyoming?
Me
Or
personally,
can I even do that later on?
yeah, you could if you wanted to. You would dissolve one and take, amend. But
Yeah, because from what I understand, the Wyoming LLC is a packet of banking, signature paperwork, everything. It's a packet. So I avoid going through everything myself for Florida LLC. Correct?
yes,
Okay. So I can do that later on. There's no problem. Okay, I'll just keep it where it is right now, and later on when I have some money, I'll do the Wyoming LLC. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And it's
Okay.
private. It's private, Montalvo. You won't have your name on the Secretary of State, so nobody can find out. They only list your name of your business. It's private in Wyoming.
That was the most attractive part of it, that it's private. All right. Any other questions before I go to the next and stop the recording? Any other questions?
I have one quick question. Can you send out an email with the GiveBucks code?
Yes, that'll also be on the website.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Toronto?
Yes. You were saying 2 weeks.
Mhm.
What were you saying about 2 weeks? Sort of a little late on the call.
We should be ready to launch in 2 weeks.
So you're saying the second week of December?
Yes,
All right. Thank you.
you're welcome. Alan?
Wow, he looked like he took my main question. That's what I was gonna ask specifically, what's gonna happen. Because I know you said in 2 weeks we should be loading 100 people here and there. So I was, wondering, we're gonna launch in a week and then we'll be off in two. But anyway, the second thing, so if we can't avoid the state fees for goodness, can't name of the state. Wyoming, yeah. So that's saying that originally it wasn't 200, it was a total of 300. Am I right? For everything. 200 and 100 for the state fees.
No, it's actually 200. Like I said, it's up and down. I believe it's, I have to go and look. Hit the link there. It could be 300. I'm not sure. I didn't do it.
But what I'm saying, if he said you can't avoid the state fees of $100, then that means the state fees were always there from the beginning.
Yeah, they're always going to be there too.
100 and the state fees is a total of 300, is what I'm saying, without this discount.
Well, I believe Michael got his before there was any Black Friday thing going on, and he only paid 200. So we'll have to see what's what.
That is correct.
You paid 200 and that included the $100 state fees.
That's absolutely correct. I paid a 99 to them, and they took an extra 100 out to give to the state of Wyoming.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So right now it's back to that, but okay.
And keep in mind, you can also put your use that digital relay at no extra charge. They'll set you up. They connect right to it, and you can do it at the same time.
And did you say there's a time limit on this discount for them?
Not as far as I know, there was no discount. And also, when you do that Relay Bank, if you decide to do that digital, they do have a mobile app also, and you don't have to have anything. You don't have to give them any money up front like you do with a traditional bank. Start $50 to start my checking account. You don't have to. They will open it up and set it up for you completely with nothing in there because it's connected with this same attorney, Wyoming LLC.
All right.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, Montalvo. I did it today with Wyoming, and
Okay.
it only cost me $200. There's two different Wyomings. One of them charged 300, one of them charged 200, and they charge $99 to get your EIN on the one that's $300. This guy told me today that if I wanted him to do my EIN, it cost $99, but he told me to go out IRS.org and get it for free. So I signed up for about $200, and they said they was offering a 50% off of that.
Okay, do me a favor and put in the chat the website that you went to.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I was saying a while ago, that if you set up a tab for IRS.gov and coordinate it with what you're signing up for with the LLC, you can do it right there. But they do ask you in there, do you want us to take care of it for you? And I told them, I clicked the box no, because then they would charge you extra, I'm sure.
Right. Okay.
Anybody wants to contact me through chat or personal chat and I have any questions about that throughout the next week, feel free to do so.
There you go.
Hey, Montalvo, I am muted to speak up. Everyone needs to understand, getting an IRS.gov EIN is free. Depending on your state, you have to register your business. So in Texas, it costs $300 to register a business. So I went to Wyoming, where it's only $100. And then the fee for the people. So you're going to pay a fee to register your business. You have to register your business to make your LLC come alive. You register it, you get a bank account. So stop stepping over pennies to get to dollars, y'all. You got to register your business. You got to pay the fee, either $199, or if you want to stay in your state, whatever your state charges. But the process is IRS.gov, the EIN is free. The fees come in when you register for the state, and you must register your business in the state to get the bank account. Okay, so do your research on that, guys, and relax.
Yes, majorly relaxed. And like I said at the very beginning, let's get some resources in pocket from both platforms, which means let's get launched, A Promise Delivered, and those who are doing a jumpstart or you're working over here with Team Royal right now, get on that, use your VIP code. The more we do that, you start to receive. So, like I said before, I like the process with Wyoming. It's a, all done for you process. I like done for you. I like automated things. But I don't like spending money I don't have. Okay? Or dipping in something to do something for something that's going to create a resource if you're patient. So for those who can afford to do that with Wyoming, by all means, take care of it. Go ahead and do what you need to do. Again, this is not financial advice. I don't have license for that. You are making your own decision. But if you don't have the resources to do it, to get the position locked in, you need an EIN number. Does it have to be registered? No. All we need is the EIN and a business name to create the account in Team Royal. All right? So let's not miss why we need the EIN. It's to create the account that's then going to create a resource, and you can do what you need to do after that resource is coming in. Okay, so let's not, run too fast. All right, Anna. Anna Benjamin. Hello, Anna.
Yeah, I'm driving, so
Okay.
trying to multitask. I wanted to find out, you said that, I wasn't sure who you said had to have two LLCs. Was that the 75 Jumpstart or the Green List?
Jumpstart.
Okay, not the other one. So, okay, do you recommend people to put it under their own name, one of them?
Well, if you took a jump, this is like I was saying earlier, if you took a jumpstart position and you used your name for that one, you have to use two LLCs. If you use the LLC for the jumpstart, then you can use your name for the first one and then another LLC for the second. It's really how you signed up on the jumpstart position.
Okay, I didn't sign up for the Jumpstart.
Exactly. So the conversation is for new people coming on. They're only going to get two positions. So their first position can be their name. The second one can be an LLC. So you really only need one LLC for new people.
Okay, so you suggest that I get one in my name and one in the LLC.
Depends on what signed up. So yeah, you don't have a jump start, so yes, you would get the
No,
first,
I don't.
right, the first one would be in your name, the second one would be in the LLC.
Okay. All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Do I still have to register a business for it? And do I have to, you told me get uphold for a promise delivered. I don't need an LLC for that, right?
For a promise delivered, no.
Okay, because that's all crypto, okay. So just one for the okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, okay. So the other two, the Team Royal, one in my name and one in a LLC.
Right, and you're going to
All right.
register that LLC eventually.
What was that?
All the LLCs have to be registered. So if you have two of them, eventually when you start getting resources for those accounts, you have to register them. You can't get an EIN and don't register it. That's fraud.
So you like the Wyoming one better to do?
That's if you can afford it.
Chicago's 150 to register with the state.
Well, again, that's, you have to make those decisions. I can't give you advice.
All right. Thank you, Montalvo.
You're welcome. David Kane. You're off mute, but I can't hear you. David Kane. Might have to log out, log back in. Karen.
Hey,
Hello.
good evening, Montalvo. How are you?
Hold on, Karen. Hold on, Karen. Go ahead, David.
Sure.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just figured out what was going on. You said it might take another 2 weeks to launch a promise delivered. Do you think it's going to go over that time? Because I just paid my third month in Team Royal.
No, it's not going to go beyond that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Karen.
Hey, Montalvo. Just a quick question regarding about the 2 weeks. When you said that, do you mean 2 weeks from today or 2 weeks from Monday?
He said 2 weeks when I talked to him. Don't worry, you won't miss the launch. You won't miss it.
Oh,
Nobody.
no. All right. I just want to clarify. So, all right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Peter.
Montalvo, I'm just wondering if it's to my advantage to sign up, but I have 13 qualified members under me, which would jump me a level if I got my third person. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that would kick in whenever, after Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Marcia.
Hello, how's everyone? Question. I pretty much went into my back office, the company that we don't mention, but I didn't see a code there.
Okay, I'm going to show it. Hold on 1 second. I don't know if my computer is still.
It's still recording.
Yeah, it's in the list right there on the left under.
Yeah, but if she doesn't have that clicked, it won't show it. I'm going to show that in just a second. Everybody just relax for a second.
Okay, do I need to be on a laptop or my phone? Because I'm on my phone now, so do I need to go onto a laptop?
Stop talking for a second. Because my computer's tripping. Hold on, please. Uh, I'm going to try to share screen. Hold on. I can't do it on recording, so give me a second to stop this recording. Is there any other question?
Okay, and also just to put it out there, if you go to Secretary of State, you can file online and it's cheaper than $200 for LLC.
Okay.
I've done several of them.
If you would, so when you go to the Secretary of State in your state, is it a website where you would click on apply for an LLC, or how does it work?
Yes, yes. You choose your state and it say apply for LLC, and it has the different options, LLC, and the different options. So I chose LLC, and then you go forth, but it's way cheaper than $200.
Right. Well, that's Wyoming, and it's a private thing. It's a lot to that. You get a lot for that 200. But
it depends on your state. It takes 300 to register at the Secretary of State in Texas.
right, you have to do your due diligence. That's we're giving all these recommendations, but you still have to click on stuff, put in your state, or go to the Secretary of State in your state and click on it, and then you'll know what it's going to cost.
Yeah, exactly. You're correct. Because
Right.
where I'm in Georgia, and it's LLC. I don't have to go to my local courthouse and file anything. I can have my LLC, and I apply for a business license separate. But yeah.
Okay, great. So that's all part of it. And like I said, I don't have license to give financial advice. That's why I try to chop some of these questions, because I will be getting myself in trouble. But for the most part, you have three options. You have the Wyoming, you have Secretary of State, and you have IRS.gov. But I'm going to say this, and I'm trying to make sure we're all on the same page. Whatever journey you go out of those three, and I'm pretty sure there's probably another one, but whatever route you go to get your LLC, I'm asking you to make sure the name of it is something that you are interested in. So I'm just hypothetically, let's say I'm in the flowers. So that LLC should have a name, something connected to flowers or horticulture or whatever. So when you go to register it, and this is the point that I'm trying to make here, we all have to register these LLCs. When you go to register it, you're registering a name, a business name, in something, a field that you can, put your feet in. Don't do lawn care LLC and you don't like cutting grass. Okay? So make it in the name of something you are interested in. So when you register it, and you might even actually open that thing and do it, but make sure you use a name of something that you're interested in. Third thing on that same level, and while we're talking about this, when you do have the resources available and you get your LLC, you get it registered, you get everything all lined up, you get a bank account, When you get the bank account, get the debit card, get a savings account. Debit card, savings account. That entity is going to take over the payments that are going to be started by you. Remember, it's $149 for the business and $149 for the outside membership. When you go through a promise delivered, it's going to pay for both of them for you. And this is where a lot of people get lost. A promise delivered is going to make sure you have both at the same time. But like I said, when you get all signed up, you get the LLC done or whatever, however you go to do it, at the end of the day, that LLC is going to be activated, number one. It's going to have a bank account, number two, and then you're going to put that banking information in the back office of that business account so those payments can come out of there. The outside membership, you're going to update the billing in that to that bank account. So that one account is going to take care of $100. Business $149, outside membership $149, $300. Okay? So I want you to make sure that that's clear. If that's not clear, please ask me right now. Each one of these positions is a $300 obligation monthly. With the resources that's coming in from A Promise Delivered and the resources coming in from Team Royal, you'll be more than able to handle it. But I want you to make sure you separate each one. Because when you start them off and get going, you're going to be using your debit card and all that just to get them activated, get them locked in. But once you're locked in, you have the resources to do so. Make sure that each one of these entities has its own banking and update the banking in the back office of both the business and the outside membership. Is everyone clear on what I just said?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, any other questions? And I'll go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, on what you just said on the banking, a question about that. Does that mean we can put all 4 positions in the same bank, or do we need a different bank?
You can go with the same bank.
Oh, okay, just different accounts.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Queenie.
Can you hear me, Montavo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how are you all doing?
Thanks.
Okay, I need to ask you something. I don't care who do it. I need someone. I was setting up I know this don't have to do anything with that, but I was setting up my time being. And what it is, I got to put in those documents that I had to fill out. And I need it like yesterday. If anybody could help me, I'm willing to give them $50 because I set it up, but it's some kind of point that I missed. I missed something. I don't know what I missed. And it keep going back to scan, keep going back to scan.
Okay.
I don't care about it, it could be anybody, and I'm willing to pay them to help me. The shit I got it right.
Right.
I'm missing something.
Well, like I was saying when we talked earlier, it's all in the scan process. So if you have 3 cards, when you start the app up, it's going to ask for the first card. It's going to do its scan. You got to move it down, make sure it catches it. The timer will go, and it'll get the check mark.
I did that.
Then it's going to ask for card number 2.
I did that.
You do the thing, it does the timer, you get the check mark. Then it does the third one if you have the 3 card one.
3.
Once you get the check mark on the third one, then it's going to go into the KYC documentation. You're going to have to do a self.
It didn't show me that. That's what I missed. It didn't show me KYC at all.
Right. It'll go into it. So when you scan that third card, it's going to ask you to either catch up where you left off at. Like if you was to go get it right now and scan in card number 1, it's going to say, okay, well, what do you want to do? Or it'll open up the app, and you might have to click on, like I said, I have to pull it up I don't know it by heart yet, but it'll give you the option to continue the sign up process. Now, if somebody wants to give her a hand, if you want to do that, Queenie, just,
Yeah, I'll give them something today. It'll be worth their time because I
Right.
just want to make sure. But I need that document for me sent like yesterday, and I get this thing in there.
Right. I understand.
Yeah.
So let's see if we get somebody. If not, like I said, I'm off tomorrow. We can take care of it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Sound good to me.
Okay.
Oh no. I'm going out of town. I'm going to Tennessee, so for Thanksgiving. So I won't be here.
Okay. All right. We'll get you squared away. We'll get you
Okay.
squared away. Are you going to be gone for the
I'll be
week?
back Friday. I'll be back Friday night sometime.
What am I doing Friday? I know I got to work. So 6:30, 7 o'clock, somewhere around in there.
Yeah, I should be back by that time. Yeah.
All right. Just give me a shout.
Okay. Thank you all.
You're welcome.
Great night. Great Thanksgiving to everyone.
Alan?
Yeah, you said you're off tomorrow. I thought you were going away and celebrating Thanksgiving. You're available tomorrow?
No, don't call me tomorrow.
Oh, okay. That's
Put
what
some cranberry sauce in your food.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying. I was kind of surprised.
Now, Friday, you can call me Friday, but tomorrow I'm going to enjoy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought you said earlier. That's cool. So you're saying, yeah, we can use the same bank, and Ally is probably better, you're saying, because of the digitality of it,
Mm-hmm.
as far as the bank to use.
Yep.
Okay. Just throwing this in, no contact yet.
Okay.
Our conversation.
I'll get on it.
Okay. Just let me know.
No problem.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let me stop the YouTube.